Okay. So right now I'm testing out the how does this sound while I'm driving? Can I actually do this while I'm driving like any other call with my... So basically, one thing within all the ranting and shit I've been doing and whatnot, you know, it is crazy. Personalities. Let's talk about personalities. Like the dogs, the cats, babies, holy cow, kids. I always somehow assume the personalities in people develop later on, you know, at the age of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when you actually start enjoying stuff. But then I realized, no. It's like I was saying on another video with the terrible twos. That's the moment that they actually start grabbing, picking, doing, and wanting and whatnot. That's the moment. In fact, maybe even earlier. The problem is being able to see the signs. But yeah, like literally, I don't know. I look at Jason, and Jason was the kind of baby that I would see myself, right? Like, I'm gonna sit on, like, that image. I'm gonna sit on my rocking chair and I'm gonna cuddle my baby, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stroke his hair and blah blah blah. Jason, he would not have it. Every time I try to stroke his hair or caress his face or something like that, he will not want it. Simple as that. And then he will take my hand and move it away. If you try to pat his butt, nope, he will take your hand away. He was basically just hold me up and stay there. And to put him to bed, oh my God, he was horrible. Like, Jennifer says that he will take 2 naps a day. I remember him taking 1, but I believe her. So 2 naps a day, but nighttime, horrible. We would hear the stories of people saying, oh my God, yeah, sure, as soon as the baby goes to bed around 7 or 8 o'clock. Some people will even say 6 o'clock. What? Are you drugging your kids? Are you giving them like a little cough syrup or something? What the hell's going on here? Like, do they just stay awake in the room? No, they just go to bed. You're messing with me. It was always a myth to me. Because Jason will go to bed at 10, 11 o'clock every night. Every night. All of his life. He has, unless he's extremely tired and he decides on his own to go to bed, that kid, every night, 11 o'clock. That's his bedtime at 14. Before that, it was 9 o'clock. 10 and then 9. But we're talking 9 o'clock. That was us trying to get him to sleep early. 10 o'clock, us trying to get him to sleep early. I don't know. So, Eleanor, on the other hand, oh my God, she just falls asleep. Like, not like Ducky. Ducky, all of a sudden, you just gotta put that kid in the car, and he's asleep within 5 minutes. I think there's only been 2 rides in like 3 years of taking him back and forth, for hanging out and stuff. When I pick him up and whatnot, that he has not fallen asleep in the car. Aside from that, he's always falling asleep. Now, from there, Eleanor, she's just, I don't know, perfection, I guess. Because now, very rigid situations and patterns and ways for me to do it. But I can simply say she usually falls asleep between 6:30 and 7:30 with me, usually, 80-90% of the times. She wakes me up every morning, not a problem. She love languages. She can say many things, although one on each language. One in sign language, like she wants more, she wants this, a few things like that. Sign language. Some are in Spanish and some are in English. And so it's crazy. Now, from there, you will put her to sleep. Like, let's say I'm the only one, me and Jason, actually not just me, Jason also can put her to bed. So me and Jason are the only ones that can put her to sleep and to take a nap in the afternoon. But she's messing with that too, because like she has to be in her bed. She doesn't take a nap anywhere else, period. Doesn't matter where she's at, she doesn't take a nap. So she has to be in her bed. Jason is the one that puts her to sleep as well as me, because he follows the same rhythm that I say, which is you gotta get her bottle, you gotta get her blanket, you gotta get sometimes sit on the rocking chair with her if she tells you to. She will point at it and say, let's sit there. And then she will take your hand so that you can caress her face or her hair. Not all the time, but if you don't do it, she will ask you to do it, basically. And then as long as you get her blanket that she wants at that moment, whatever color it is, she's good. She will lay down, bottle, stuffed animal, the whole thing with blue. But, Jason wouldn't do any of that. In fact, at times, she won't nap. I put her to, let's go, okay. And she just stays there, laying down, hanging out in her crib by herself for an hour or two. That never happened. I thought that was a myth. Bella doesn't like to sleep. Bella goes to bed 10, 11, 12 o'clock when she's at the house. And by like 6:30, 7 o'clock, those kids are awake. Holy cow, they're like a rooster. Thankfully, they have learned how to just chill in bed and relax, because they used to start playing around and running around at 7 o'clock. I wanted to, So, but yeah, like dogs, holy cow. Tyne is a wimp. The biggest dog, and he's the biggest wimp. Ever since Jasmine passed away, he was supposed to take over the pack, and then Stella did, being the second in the pack, and he pees himself. He pees on things to say that he's upset. He will not eat. Well, actually, at one point, he was so upset for about a year that even though that he ate, he was losing weight. He lost like 20 pounds in a year, where, 8 kilos or something like that? Give or take. I'm not really good at it. But took him to the vet and other vets and specialists and this and that. Oh, it ended up in that he was being depressed because he didn't feel the pack leader. But he didn't do anything about it. It's just insanity. We learned that lesson with not neutering dogs after the incident with Stella and Ginger. And oh my God, it's like we got Ginger reincarnated, because now that Jennifer got rescued Daisy, they're like copies. Jesus Christ, color, size, attitude, everything. They're like copies of each other, or one of the other. But yeah, I mean, my own personality, from when Jason was growing up to now. In fact, just now I realized that I have like different personality with Jason and Belly. And not like split personality, but like I am very direct and trying, like Jason has taught me patience, but I have a hard problem, having it with him. Not that I lose my temper or nothing physical or anything like that, but it's like, come on, dude, you're gonna be asking that, instead of being more, all right, why are you even asking that? Or what makes you think to ask that? I don't know. You see, I can even ask positive form questions. Or, yeah. Like I said, I'm an interpreter. I'm not a linguist. I suck with words. I just know how to repeat them, which is amazing to me because holy cow. How do I get through a regular day without sounding like jibbity jabbity? I have no idea. So, yeah, I'm trying to learn, trying to change my own personality, my own attitude. Jennifer is doing a lot of changes herself. And, you know, which I'm not going to mention any of them because she should be the one to do it if she wants to. But it's crazy. It's crazy. They follow your kids' lead. Guide them. You know what I mean? Don't tell them what to do as to you're going to be this, you're going to have this kind of life. No. Tell them what to do as to what's right, what's wrong, and, you know, give them advice and stuff like that. But listen to them. That's why, you know, doing the whole echo thing show. Because I'm trying to listen to Jason to not give him so many life lessons. But moments like now that I just get all this crap in my head that is mostly useless comes back as, well, you know what? It is useless. Or mostly useless. I don't know. Sometimes somebody down the line in the family tree may find a use it if they listen to it. But that's the other part. Starting, we all talk about, well, I like to talk about and think about family tree, but you know what's difficult to try to get that? Because most of us don't, if we got to meet our great-grandmothers or parents, we're lucky. Like my niece got to hang out with my grandmother. That's amazing. But how often does that happen? And it doesn't happen for long. By the time that she was in her early teens, mid-teens, no, in her 20s actually, she lived to have her, never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. She had her until her 20s. So, but it's the kind of thing where that doesn't happen often. Before that, we didn't know anything about anybody else. We didn't take the time to listen. Because when we're young, we don't listen. We don't pay attention to the past. That only happens once we get to a certain age, after having kids, after whatever the case would be for most of us. To me, it was age and kids. And so now I don't have the ability to ask the questions to those people. So I'm living it out here. But why publish it for everybody to be annoyed with your damn voice and randomness and rambling? Well, as much as I would like to be able to have other people to talk about it and enjoy it and be in the conversation and whatnot, honestly, it is not for you. It is not for anybody else except for my own family. Anybody else that is welcome to listen to it and would like to, you're welcome to. Like I said, I believe that I got some pretty decent advice, some pretty decent things and points of views, and I may be wrong in other ones. And I like to be able to compare them. I like to be able to have conversations with other people, whether it's hard or not. And that's why we're doing the New Parents for the second time as well and publishing it instead of keeping it private. Because, well, who knows what may come out of it. That's something that I have learned. Just give it a shot. You never know what may come out. If you put good intentions into it and stuff like that, and you have a good foundation onto it, you can do great things. So let's see what may happen. One thing that we also know is that we wish we would have had some advice, the more varied advice. So this is one more voice with one more variation of the same advices. Anyway, I've been talking for a while here. I don't even know if any of this would be even halfway listenable, but I'm pretty sure this is half of what my audio is going to be sounding like. Maybe Jose Enrique can do something and help me clean it up, or I don't know. Well, if anybody does listen to this, have a great rest of your day. And kids, anybody listening, Ellie, Billy, Ellie, Jay, Dave, David, Andrew, whoever's listening to this, I love you. All right, bye guys. I'm gonna be recording New Parents for the second time. Hopefully today, when I get to Jennifer, that she doesn't know about this from me recording it, and that I most likely will post it if it sounds half okay. Bye.